lends itself often to put lots of weight and strain
Yes.
on that. Do you have any kind of methodology other than just looking to the positive and highest joy of helping release
So
that
you are
strain?
asking me to make the process more complicated?
No, I guess that's not what I'm asking.
All right. It doesn't need to be more complicated than listening to your heart and following it. Because your heart has memory, your heart has wisdom, your heart has consciousness. Your heart actually thinks. And when you can develop a balanced dialogue between the heart mind and the head mind, that's when everything falls into alignment. But you see, the idea of the way you're actually designed is your head mind needs to actually follow your heart mind, not the other way around.
I get it.
They need to work in concert, but the head needs to take its cue from the heart, not contradict it and try to run everything. That's negative ego. When it understands that the heart is actually the center of your being for a reason, not the head, but because your world has been taught to think that what's on top is best, instead of what's in the center counts.
Yes.
When you understand it's what's in the center that counts, you will then reverse the upside-down relationship you have between your heart and your minds. And you will move forward harmoniously. There will be a brief amount of time remaining for this interaction. Is there anything else you wish to discuss in the time that does remain for this particular window?
Yes.
All right?
People that commit acts of murder.
Yes.
When we can now release the idea of death, it's simply just a blink of an eye into a new dimension or a new reality.
Yes.
But those individuals that are committing acts of murder,
Yes. They're still responsible for their choices. They can still be observed to be acting out of fear, doubt, and in a negative manifestation, negative mechanically. Negative energy meaning that which segregates, that which disconnects, that which separates, that which is not holistic, that which is out of alignment with the true self. You can still recognize that that's what they're doing. It doesn't excuse the idea of their preference or choice. It may simply be that they have no way of knowing how to do anything any differently because they weren't taught how to express love in any different way other than to feel fear and lash out. So you can have compassion, but I'm not saying in that sense it's, shall we say, you don't have to devoid the idea that it's their responsibility to learn to choose other ways to act in harmony. You follow me?
yes, I'll review the tape.
In other words, when someone makes a choice to kill another, it is done out of fear. It is done because the one doing the killing feels they have already died, that they have been killed, that they have been suppressed, that they have been abused, that they have been devalued, that they are disconnected from all that is. They are in total fear, total panic. And all they can do, the only way they know how to relate in reaching out to others, is to do harm, is to do acts of disconnection. Acts that are representative of how they feel. And so you can recognize that. And I'm not saying you have to judge them. But you can still observe that they may be acting out of integrity as an observation, as a compassionate observation. It's not an excuse. It's an observation. And you can assist those people to get in touch with the idea that they are worthy in the eyes of creation, to be whatever they wish to be, so they can let go of the idea that they must force others to their point of view, because the only reason anyone would have to feel that they need to force someone into their point of view is because they don't believe in their point of view to begin with. Does this make sense?
Oh, beautifully.
All right. And did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
All right. But again, everyone goes to heaven.
Yes. Yes.
Now, when someone who has done an act of extreme segregation, disconnection, finds themselves in the spirit world, they may be disoriented, they may be confused, they may even go into a kind of psychic hibernation to repair themselves. Almost as if they had a very, very strange nightmare. You follow me? But they will slowly be, shall we say, helped to wake up. from that nightmare and remember who they actually are and why they may have made the choices that they did. Now, the soul will take all of that and use it in a positive way for its own growth. The soul will not judge it at all. But the soul may recognize that it may not have been the most aligned way the personality it created could have acted. It may not have made the most aligned and harmonious choices it could have. You follow me?
Yes.
But it will be an observation, not a judgment.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Clear.
It'll be an understanding of the reasons and the factors that went into creating that personality and why it became out of alignment with its core self in that way. Earth, I'll put it this way, Earth is a tough school. Has been for many thousands of years. It's one of the most steeply embedded societies we have ever found in limitation. That's why we call you the masters of limitation. But you see, the idea is that the deeper you go into darkness, when you finally come out of that into the light, you'll go that much farther into the light.
Yes. Like a rubber band.
Exactly. And that is the strength that you are all exhibiting by choosing to be on Earth, and the reason we are so grateful to you for having chosen that experience, because your experiences are being shared with others in the cosmos. And thus others, no matter what trials and tribulations or ideas they may be having that they would experience as difficulty, can look to you and say, well, if they can do it, we can do it.
Fuck yeah! That's the shit!
Yes.
Role models for the universe!
Yes.
All right. Now, again, there will be but a few moments remaining. Anything else?
Yes. Bashar,
Yeah.
as far as karma and God, and you said something about momentum, how some things have a greater momentum behind
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Is that the nature of God in a sense? Because I know we are masters and we create our world, but there's also, like, you know, the galaxy and the solar system, the way it moves, and those things.
What you call God is the vibration that you translate as unconditional love. And in that sense, understand that that momentum is the product of the fact that, I'll put it this way, the universe is actually, existence is actually slightly biased toward the positive.
Yeah.
Because it's,
Okay.
shall we say, one side negative, one side positive, one side dark, one side light. But there's that center point,
Yeah.
the balance between. And because it's a balance point, it still gives you the freedom to choose which side you prefer. And that is slightly positive.
Yes.
Therefore, the momentum of the universe, the momentum of existence, is slightly a current bending toward the positive. And that is the momentum and the urge you feel to be in alignment with the unconditional
Yes.
love of all that is.
Right.
Yes.
So all you really have to understand is you just need to let yourself fall in love
Yeah.
with all that is. Because it's the great attractor. It has the strongest gravity pull.
Right.
You actually have to struggle to move away from it. You understand?
Right.
So if you just let go, you will always fall toward love.
Right.
You have to hold yourself out of love.
Right.
Let go and you fall toward love.
Right.
That's why you innately say, falling in love.
Okay.
You understand that. You fall in love. Let go.
Yes.
We extend to each of you our deepest appreciation for the co-creation of this interaction. An exciting and unconditionally loving and creative good day to you all, and thank you.
Yes,
from all of
yes.
us.
Thank you, Bashar! We love you, Bashar! Yes!
Yes.
Our love to you as well. Good day.
Good day, my brother.
Wow.
How did it go?
Outstanding.
Good.
It was incredible.
You have a good time?
Yeah, appreciate it.
Sure. My pleasure.
Ugh.